and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning into real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Yes, that is the Huddle Sports Network's new intro. I like it a lot better. It's a lot cleaner. I like the look of showing all the different podcasts we do.
It's still long as hell, though.
It is. That's why I'm not doing my intro right now. We can do that as a break mid-show. But, Leonard, what did you think of the football that was played this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
a Giants fan, man.
None of our parlays hit. I know that because we all bitched about it.
Oh, yeah, nothing hit for anybody. Nothing made sense this week.
Right. But let's talk about Chicago sports for a minute because it's kind of funny to see this. They're having a year. Chicago Bears 4-7, Chicago Blackhawks 7-12, Chicago Bulls 7-11, Chicago Sky 13-27, Chicago Cubs 83-79, Chicago White Sox 41-121, Chicago Fire 7-18, and the Chicago Red Stars 10-14. The only team that had a decent record was the Cubs. That's a bad year in sports. Ed Viking Rob says, good evening. It's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and the Bears still suck.
You know what? The Vikings got lucky in that game. I want to say that. The Bears played a hell of a game.
Both teams played a hell of a game. Darnold actually did really well. 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He had a good game.
Way better game than Jared Goff.
Jared Goff didn't have any picks.
Or touchdowns.
Nope, didn't need to. The running game did.
It's okay, man. I like when the Lions win and Goff doesn't do anything to cause the win. That makes me feel good about that.
But he didn't do anything to hurt us at the same time.
Unfortunately. A pick or two in there I wouldn't have been mad about.
This is the crazy thing. Do you realize there's only been 5 teams that scored in the second half against us this season?
So far.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Not really.
I compared to last year, that's crazy. Remember what we all griped about in the second half?
That sucked last year, yeah.
Right. Third quarter, we were 32nd in scoring defense.
Yeah.
The Panthers had a better scoring defense than us. You know how sad that is?
Hey, man, the Panthers have been playing some damn good ball this year.
No, I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about last year.
I know, but I just wanted to point out that they're playing some damn good ball this year.
Yeah, they took Kansas City to the brink. That was a crazy game, wasn't it?
Hello? It definitely was.
The Lions are toast who gave up points on the first drive against James. You're hilarious. But no, we've let's see. Let me name the ones that scored. The Packers scored a touchdown in the fourth. The Vikings scored points in the second half. Seattle scored points in the second half. And the Rams and Bucks. Correct?
I believe so, yes.
I think we will. I just think it's embarrassing. Only put up 24. It was against the Colts. The difference is our red zone defense clamps down pretty much like no other anymore, and it's crazy that we're saying this because last year our red zone defense couldn't stop a Colt.
Yeah, your defense is playing better without Hutch. Trade him. He's a bum.
Yeah, right.
Don't need
You
him.
say that. You say that because if you were the GM of the Giants, you'd jump right on it and grab him.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't trade anything other than offensive linemen.
He goes, "Yep, sorry, Colt." Um, I think we will put up more against the Bears.
I hope the Bears pick Goff off like 6 times though.
Well, the biggest difference is we don't have 3 old linemen out this year.
What's the deal with Decker?
Decker came back in that game. I don't know why everybody thinks Decker was out the whole game. He was only out 2 plays.
Yeah, he'd be a great Lion.
No, it's almost looking like, and I'm going to ask Viking Rob since he's in the. Yep, Decker came back and played. He finished the game. But CD3 said he tweaked his knee and they just didn't want to push it because we have a short week. Uh, David Montgomery was dressed and ready to come back in the game. They sat him out for the same reason. It's a short week.
Yeah, screwed my parlay by 3 yards. Well, that and the 2 touchdowns I had Goff throwing that he never threw. Bitch.
Yeah. We didn't have to throw him. Jahmyr Gibbs got those 2 touchdowns.
I don't care, man. I told you, my hate is purely based off parlays.
I know it is, and I think it's hilarious. But look at this. The Packers have blocked a kick versus the Bears. Last week, the Minnesota Vikings blocked a kick. It's our turn, right?
Maybe you guys get a kick blocked on you.
No, that's not the way this.
Yeah, but it'd be funny. Can you imagine how bad that's gonna fucking hurt whoever fucking tries to stop that ball's hands?
As hard as Jake Bates kicks it, and as high as he does, I don't think anybody can jump that high. Have you seen even on his close field goals? They are like 10 feet above the line. He is.
Yeah.
He doesn't have, even though he was a soccer player, he doesn't have that normal low soccer trajectory. I wonder if he was just the guy that would pass it from the goalie when they rolled it out.
I don't know, man. He could be blocked if it's coming from the side and they catch him right there where it hits the foot. But anyway, going back to his question about Daniel Jones, it's really going to depend. He's going to have to go somewhere with an established coach and an established offensive line. I
Hey,
do
Robert.
think. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I was going to tell.
I honestly thought the Raiders were going to snag him off waivers today, though, because Minshew's out for the season and O'Connell's still not cleared to come back.
James Burgess says Goff hates you as much as you hate him. LOL. Come on, I'll buy you a Goff IPA if you ever come to Detroit for a Giants Lions game.
I'd possibly have to smack you in the head with it after I drank it. Just saying. Fucking Goff. It just seriously just breaks down to my parlays when he screws me. I'm like, I even said before, I'm like, I'm giving this some bitch one more chance.
Hey, I'm going to give the Seahawks credit. I didn't think they could beat the Cardinals. I thought the Cardinals had been playing more consistent as of late, and I thought they'd do well. At least I admit it. I was wrong.
I hate when the Seahawks do good too, because Geno Smith, fuck that guy.
I know you hate Geno Smith with a bigger passion than you do Goff.
Yep.
And for a totally different reason.
Yes, a valid reason.
Because he's a bum.
Yep. He should have just said no. I don't care if it was his only chance to start in New York. He should have just said no, man. It ain't right.
Hey, James Burgess, I'm going to refute that. You know where I think Daniel Jones' best landing spot is? The place where the guy that plays just like him can't play the rest of the season. It's Jacksonville.
I think it's a terrible spot for him to go to because their offensive line is trash too.
I'm just saying that's a better roster. Trevor Lawrence had the same team result as Daniel Jones with a lesser roster in New York.
Yeah,
If he went there, I think he'd do better.
I think he's a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. I'll say this: Lawrence is a better physical quarterback, like a better athlete than Daniel Jones. San Francisco wouldn't be a bad place for him either.
Purdy was only supposed to be out this week.
Yeah.
Because he's a Giants fan, Robert Wardell, and the coach decided to sit Eli Manning when he was about to get the consecutive games record.
No, he
Correct?
had the consecutive games record. He had it going, and they benched him to put Geno Smith in because the team sucked, and he thought it would give him a freaking
A
boost.
boost.
Geno Smith and Ben McAdoo can both suck a freaking donkey's behind.
I know Daniel Jones' potential has not been reached, but I don't want him anywhere near the Detroit roster. That's
Dude,
just me.
I think he could do better on that roster, give you a whole new dynamic than Goff does, honestly, because he can run. His biggest issue, though, is he does not diagnose the defense fast enough. And could part of that be because he's had like 5 different offensive coordinators and 4 different coaches in his time as a Giant, and he's been sacked more than any quarterback in the league in that time? Yeah, I think that could be something to do with it.
He goes, "Oh, Giants fan, sorry."
Sorry for what, man? I've seen my team win multiple Super Bowls. I'm happy. I'm not greedy. I don't
I
need them to be
agree,
good.
James. I think even Minnesota would be a good landing spot for Daniel Jones. Do you know why?
No, why?
Because he has another year on that contract, right?
No, we
And
waived him.
I understand. Oh,
He
and
cleared
did
waivers today.
he cleared waivers, so now he's a free agent.
Yep. But it's okay. It was only like 19 million we ended up having to freaking owe. I looked into it. So it doesn't kill us too bad. But the Giants are a clown show right now. The coach and the GM both need to get kicked the hell out of town.
But I'm just saying, if you got picked up in Minnesota, relatively cheap, he'd be good because they don't have another QB other than JJ McCarthy on their roster.
He's better than JJ. Oh, he's definitely better than JJ.
But it would be a good thing to have him there because that way, if JJ's struggling, they have a vet to come in. Correct?
Yes, that is correct. And he doesn't have a bum knee right now.
Right. But you want to see my impersonation of the Giants front office right now?
Go ahead.
Good evening, Yoli.
You have too much damn fun with that.
Yes, I do.
What she said? Giants might have been good. No, you know what? It's not even the fact that the draft is bad because it's not this past draft, but he has not addressed the offensive line.
I love Robert Wardell. I grew up in Jersey. I am from a Giants family. I know where the bodies are buried in the Meadowlands.
Whereabouts, Robert? Well, in Jersey, you're from, not where they buried. And it's most likely also not in the Meadowlands. It's on the Turnpike because it's being built the same time as the Meadowlands, and both were run by the mob.
So Instead of doing the North rankings the way I've been doing them, you want to know how I did it this week?
How?
I said, I did it like Starship Troopers. Lions won. I did my part. Vikings won. I did my part. Packers won. I did my part. Chicago Bears? I ain't done shit.
Right?
Ooh, Teaneck or Piscataway?
Piscataway.
Nice.
Yeah, I grew up in Point Pleasant and then lived for a couple years up in the Old Bridge, East Brunswick area.
Man,
Oh, I know they own the turnpike.
best money laundering scam they had for years.
Absolutely. State funded.
Exactly.
And I have
So,
no problem
Leonard,
with that.
I'm going to commission you something. Come up with a better Stars and Stripes Lions helmet for me.
Okay.
And Robert Wardell says I spent most of my time in Jersey City and Union City. Summer down is Long Branch.
Yep. My mom managed a bowling alley up in Jersey City. Played from something or other for a while.
The Palladium?
No, it was called Playdrome, and then I can't remember the number for it.
Oh. So, Philly busted the Rams in their mouth last night.
Yeah. And all the Lions fans saying that Philly isn't a scary team. The fuck they're not.
I didn't say they're not scary.
Dude, not you, I'm saying all the freaking group chats, not group chats, but like pages on Facebook and all that, all of them are saying they're not worried about Philly. Well, you know, you might just kind of want to be.
As long as they can continue to do what they've been doing against the good running backs they've faced, I think they got a more than a puncher's chance of being able to beat Philly. But I'm not saying it's going to be an easy task. How's that?
I'll give you that.
Because
And
we've faced some pretty good ones so far, and nobody's gotten 100 yards yet. They've gotten close, but they haven't gotten it.
I think Barkley might be able to. I don't
And
know
I didn't
if it'll
say
all be rushing. I think it might be a little passing in there too, though, because
I'm talking purely rushing yards, though.
eh, how many teams really are giving up 100 rushing yards to any individual person anymore?
The Rams do.
Yeah, they do. Well, part of that was a nice 70-yard run.
Well, that was 255 yards he had last night.
I
Did you notice
know.
the difference in how Saquon played last night?
Yeah.
I sit there and goes, hey, look, he got past the 10. This fucker ain't stopping.
No, he ain't playing
Every
that. He ain't giving up his damn touchdowns for freaking
right,
Jalen Hurts to get touched in his ass.
right. He sit there and goes, fuck that tush push because I won't get the ball back.
100%. And yeah, man, that Saquon thing does hurt. We freaking signed freaking Jones to a $160 million deal. Let Barkley freaking walk, and the guy's having an MVP caliber season right now.
He is. I think he's fourth in the voting right now. King Henry's up there too.
We haven't had a running back win in a while. What was LaDainian Tomlinson the last one?
LT was the year that Phillip Rivers was a little more than pedestrian that year. Remember, he was having a bad year.
Yeah,
They still made the playoffs, but it was because LT ran for what was it, 1,850 yards and some shit and 14 touchdowns. Or was
something
that
like
the
that.
year? No, that was the year he set the record for the touchdowns in a season, wasn't it?
Was that the year he broke the Priest Holmes record?
Yeah, that's the year.
Yeah, man, running backs just aren't running backs like they used to be anymore. You don't see 1,800-yard seasons often. You don't see 2,000-yard seasons enough. Everybody's by committee now, and I hate it. Like, you really look at it. Who are the last true workhorse running backs?
Breaking news. According to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, no concealed weapon charges will be issued against Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams.
They dropped the ball. I'm not going to... Stop bringing that shit up. I don't want to get into that again.
Hear what again?
That whole... that I don't want to hear about Jameson Williams and his freaking being a dumbass shit, because it starts arguments. We all have our
So,
views. Oh my God.
yeah, that one MVP. Yep. Yeah, aside from Saquon and Henry, I believe it's Josh Allen, Goff, Mahomes, and who's the other quarterback that is deserving?
Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
But no, I
But
think...
I think Jackson now is falling behind Henry.
Maybe. Yeah. He didn't have a good game. But if we're talking about, like, last true workhorse running backs besides, like, Derrick Henry and him, Jonathan
AP,
Taylor could be maybe considered a workhorse about 2 years ago. But Adrian Peterson...
AP, and Frank Gore.
Uh, yeah.
He had a lot of 1,000-yard seasons up until he hit his 30s, and he still had 2 out of the 3 he played, if I remember right.
Maybe. I think
I
so.
think he retired at 33, didn't he?
Hey, he's probably still not retired. What are you talking about? The timeless age Frank Gore. One of my favorite players, too. He wasn't biggest. He wasn't the fastest. He was damn mean, though.
Oh. So, we had a lot of people miss practice today. Carry-on returned to a full practice. There was no practice for Amon Ra, DJ Reader, and DJ Reader's an illness. Khalif Raymond, I didn't think he'd practice after what was said after the game. David Montgomery had no practice, and I think it's more of a rest thing. Yeah, Adrian Peterson won MVP in 2012. And before AP was Chris Johnson 2K and then Brees Holmes. Yep. Taylor Decker had no practice, and Carlton Davis III had no practice today. But I wanted to make sure I did the breaking news on that. And that's the last time I'll say anything on it because it's done. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
At least while you're on the show. How's that?
That works.
That works?
That works for me.
But you do have to see it in a couple of chats real quick.
You prick.
Well, I got to share the news to the Lions fans, because that's how it works.
Fucking Magic came back big, beating the Hornets.
Yeah.
Got him by 8 right now. That's going to ruin my whole parlay.
So therefore, he's free.
Ball dropping pricks. Hello, Ralph.
I need the Chargers to win so my picks can even out. Yeah, I feel the same way. I picked the Chargers to win. I think even you picked the Chargers to win, Von Doom.
No, I don't think I was on the show.
Oh, that's right. You weren't on the show last Wednesday, were you?
No, I was asleep.
Fucker.
Dude, it was like my second full day back. I was whooped. I didn't even eat. I just laid down and went to sleep.
I'm just sharing this with everybody that's important that needs to see it. Because my friends that are podcasters that need breaking news.
Well, tell them to get their own, lazy bastards.
Hey, I'm just that guy. I love being able to break news when I get it, and it just came out a half hour ago. So that's good news. Doing picks in December too, SJB. Yeah, we're gonna keep that going. If we'll figure something else to give away. What do you think, Von Doom?
Yeah, we can figure something out. Oh, what's that?
Maybe a tumbler.
Maybe. Hang on. Let me see what the fuck that is.
Well, bait just went up. Yeah, fishing bait's been going up for years.
Fishing bait. Oh, let's see. Damn. LaMelo
Okay,
Ball,
James Bridges.
44. Well, let's be real, man. LaMelo Ball putting himself in MVP freaking talks this year.
He just might, James Burgess, because that wouldn't be a bad option right now, seeing how it looks like Comiskey won't be returning because he had a setback in his rehab.
Where was Charles Harris at anyway?
Say what?
Where was Charles Harris at?
Can't even remember where he went. I just know Charles Harris was productive the first year, but damn it, Ravens are up now. Good Lord. I turn
Let's
away
go,
for a minute.
Baltimore.
Oh, he was in Carolina? Then no, I don't want him. He was part of the reason why the defense was sucking. They put him on the practice squad, and now they're good again. Come on, that's funny, Badu.
It is.
Guys on the practice squad that I'd like to grab. I'm still 100% on for Andre Carter out of from Minnesota because he's on their practice squad. They can't protect him more than 4 weeks, so he can't be protected at this time. I would snag him.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
And having him learn from Terrell Williams and the guys that are here on this roster. Oh, but they benched him for a reason. I wonder if he was medically waived. I want to see if that's what it was. But if CD3 can't go, I can almost guarantee you we won't see Vildor out there after the performance he had against the Colts.
You love Vildor.
Oh, watching him, he might have been depressed. I would have been. Hey, Sarah, keep your grubby hands off my practice squad. That's funny. Oh. I just like Andre Carter. I liked him coming out of college, and he's just languishing on your practice squad. It'd be a damn shame if somebody poached him. Sarah's own practice squads are ripe with backstabbing.
Hey, man, I say poach everybody off your opposing team's practice squads. Get the intel on their play calling.
Why not? That's even better yet.
Mm-hmm.
Give Ben Johnson inside information on a defense.
Well, think of it like this, man. It's legally being Connor Stallions.
Right, that's a legal version of Connor Stallions. You don't have to get the signs. You can actually know what the plays are.
He could give you the sides.
Signs everywhere. Signs. Well, this is the second time this season that the Lions have ruined an alternative jersey debut.
Bastards need to stop doing that shit.
It was hilarious, dude.
It's terrible.
Leonard speaks truth there, 100%. I just want to see what my very creative sports memorabilia guy could come up with for an all-American Lions home.
I don't know. I'll figure something out. God damn it.
I know why you didn't like this one now. You know, when I see it bigger, it's too many swirls.
Exactly.
I love the stars down the stripe with the Honolulu blue in the center. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you?
I do.
Like that idea.
Oh, I ran the randomizer and spot number 10 won.
Who? Spot number 10? That's
Yep.
J.I. You've got his information.
I do.
And we got good news from J.I. this afternoon. He, the wife, and the baby get to come home before Thanksgiving.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
The baby's out of ICU or the NICU.
The baby was in ICU. Where the fuck was I?
He was born last week, and he got to where he couldn't breathe, so he had to go to the NICU.
Oh.
You know how it is. It just happens sometimes. Sometimes babies don't adjust to breathing outside the womb as fast. That's all it was. His lungs are fully developed, and he's breathing fine now.
Did he have where the marconium got in his lungs and they had to bring it out and they wanted to keep him under control and whatnot?
I didn't ask for the details. I just knew that it was a breathing issue. But that's more than likely what it is.
Yep.
It happens a lot more than people want to admit.
That's because they poop in there.
When they're on their way out, they get that pressure on their belly and they go. kind of like that fart video I shared with the group the other day. The top 10 farts of the year on TikTok. Did you see that one?
No. Hang on. Talking to the wife.
Okay. Desecration? No, you know when you have 8 spots, you're more than likely going to win the. So for the rest of the East, the Commanders lost to the frickin' Cowboys. It's so depressing, but at the same time, the Cowboys won on the road. They can't win at home, but they can go shit on everybody on the road. That makes no damn sense.
It doesn't, but I'm glad they won.
Why?
Because it gets them further away from the pick that I'm at.
That's okay when you beat them in their house next week or this week.
Nope, not gonna happen, man. Cooper Rush definitely looks like a better quarterback than freaking Tommy Cutlets.
They can't win in Dallas. Have you watched them all year?
Well, we just can't win, so
We just can't.
We're gonna tie.
There you go. That way you're still number 1. Oh no, you'd be number 3. Smoking Moon Rocks. Hello, James.
We're number 2 right now. Because
Yeah, that's right.
Schedule.
Because of the Jags.
Yeah, those bastards need to win a game or 2.
Nah. Wouldn't that be funny if they won out with Daniel Jones and ended up winning the division?
They could.
They could.
That division is terrible.
I know.
The Texans are not playing good this year.
It is a sophomore slump for C.J. Stroud, 100%.
To an extent, but they have so many injuries on that freaking offensive line and the defense right now. The guy's basically out there doing it all on his own. Like Joe Mixon, how the hell do you have 12 yards going into the fourth quarter?
Sarah, I hope the Giants win just to mess with their draft spot.
Yeah. And I hope next time you have diarrhea, you go to the bathroom, you only have one ply toilet paper.
You're evil.
And your finger goes boop.
Evil. Yeah, so far the
Yeah.
Daniel Jones says he's only going to a contender because he's a pretender. Tell Von Doom Saquon's pretty damn good. He knows.
Yeah, I know. I still don't agree with paying a running back that much, though.
13 million's not a lot.
For a running back, yes, it is. It's like top 3.
Yes, Sarah gives the proper answer. That's why there's showers. Amen, Sarah.
Okay, well, you might be right there. So then I hope after you go use that first wipe, as soon as it's done, you got to sneeze real quick. Then how about that?
What about that movie, The Demolition Man? He doesn't know what the 3 shells are for. That was the best part of that movie when he sat there. He goes, "Watch, I'll take care of it." He starts cussing at the thing, gets all the stuff, and says, "There, I got toilet paper."
Stallone's such a great actor, man. Though, when that happened, I sat there trying to figure out how the hell the 3 shells could work, and all I could think to myself is, God damn, somebody's gonna cut their ass on a broken shell.
Exactly what I thought. 'Cause I was like, "What? They just use it to scoop it out?" Especially somebody who is blind in one eye because they have no depth perception. I heard that sticker.
Oh, the Celtics could kiss my ass. They fucking benched their starters because they're up by 30. I needed one more bucket from Jaylen Brown, you bastard. I hate you so
Why
much.
do you why do you keep betting on him to have that type of stuff happen? Last time he needed 3 points and he fouled out.
That was 2 nights ago. Last night he put up like freaking 20 something. Tatum didn't do shit last night.
I swear they wait for Leonard's parlays. Oh look, this motherfucker's trying to hit a plus 30,000. Nope.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
No different than when I'm like, I actually did pick all the right people to get a touchdown and have the first one miss it.
I remember that.
Fucking Trevor Lawrence bum.
I hate when they fucking bench starters though.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers are dog shit.
Tom Brady's not happy.
It shouldn't be. Bum ass squad.
Did you hear what happened?
Something about the recruiting, right?
Mm-mm. It's better.
But
He has to call the game for the Giants versus Dallas Cowboys. He doesn't get Thanksgiving off.
sucks for him.
That's punishment.
Hey man, he wanted that $40 million. He got like $40 million a year, didn't he?
30 million. Hot take. Flus will be the Chicago Bears coach next season.
I can believe it. Fuck.
Corey Patterson's in here. You know what his favorite song is, Von Doom?
No.
They're being delusional. They're mad. They are upset because they have 3 losses and we have 1. Am I saying we can't lose in the playoffs? No. Am I saying it's going to be one of them? No, because right now, are they in the top 4 seed? The answer is no, correct?
I believe.
So they still have to get through somebody 9 times out of 10 to get to somebody, right?
Yeah, as long as it's the Giants, they can beat them. I mean, if it's not the Giants,
Ugh. If Blues is the Bears coach next year, they deserve what 25%. Does Matt Millen and Brad Holmes seem the same? No. Good Lord. Good Lord.
yep.
So, you got anything more on the NFC East other than the Commanders stunk up the joint at home versus Dallas?
Yeah, my Giants lost by 23 to the Bucks, and Baker Mayfield is awesome.
Um, Corey, you can say they should have lost, but they didn't. I'm going to say right now that whole speech after the Packers game about the blocked field goal, when you hear the exact same thing from 3 different coaches over the exact same situation, it's an organizational problem. James Burgess, any given Sunday is a real thing, but some teams are more probable and some teams are less. Ask Vegas, those big, beautiful buildings do not build themselves randomly. Amen. Jim Jackson, good to see you, brother. Happy Victory Monday. And by Von Doom not being working again and not able to be on the morning show, he didn't have to hear Gridiron Heroes.
Correct.
I might sing it tonight out of effigy.
I'll leave the chat.
Yeah, the Bucks might end up winning the division, even though they lost both games to the Falcons. Right now, the Falcons are becoming the fail cants again. Why
Yep.
is it that they can't win at 1 o'clock, but they can win primetime games?
Kirk Cousins got the reverse curse going right now.
J.K. Dobbins just went down.
Damn.
There goes my fantasy season. What I've seen, the Packers defense is steadily improving. The Vikings defense hasn't changed. The only thing that changed is they got some players back healthy. I think they still need to find somebody to replace Byron Murphy with because he's been getting cooked.
I agree.
The Bucks got Mike Evans back in case anyone needs a reminder it is a big deal because Mike Evans is more needed than Chris Godwin, in my opinion. Kirk Cousins' Achilles is now scared of 1 p.m. Comment of the day, Sarah.
I don't blame it. Do you?
Say what?
I don't blame it. Do you?
No. But at the same time, you know what? Back to back winning seasons for the Lions for the first time in franchise history. Not just 10 wins. I'm talking about 3 winning seasons in a row.
100 years later, they finally do it.
90. But anyways,
Yep. 100 years later, they finally do it.
no, it's your 100th anniversary. It's the Lions' 90th.
Same thing.
No, not really.
It is.
Well, then you're 54 too, fucker.
I feel it.
You weren't supposed to answer with that.
I do. It's sad. I'm too young to feel this fucking old.
Light up another one, Leonard.
Nah.
I do
I
love that
was.
gnome. I love that gnome. I think it's hilarious and great and fantastic all in one.
Mhm.
Correct, JB. We couldn't even do that with Sanders. That says everything right there. With the
Yeah.
greatest running back of all time, we couldn't
You
do it
didn't have
3
Walker
years in a row.
Payton.
Arguably one of the greatest running backs of all time.
Okay, thank you for saying it that way now.
Her picks are doing fine. She did better than all of us so far. Damn it. I will be giving the results tomorrow. I will let everybody where they are in the standings. I, on the other hand, am at 500, and if the Ravens win, I'll be below 500 for the first time since week 2. And you remember that, Von Doom. What is week 2 is like my kryptonite, isn't it? Every
Man,
year.
you keep saying I remember that, man. My memory's fucked. I don't know what the hell you're thinking.
Well, week 2 when I first met you, because that was when you first joined We Are Lions Nation.
Oh yeah, that back then. I thought you meant this year.
No, I went like 2-14 after having a 15-1 week the week before. You were like, this motherfucker's got Jimmy the Greek on his speed dial or something. Remember that?
Yep. You know, you're not wrong there, Joseph.
I know Jim Brown was one of the greatest running backs of all time. I think Earl Campbell was one of the greatest running backs of all time.
Well, shit, if we're really going to get into it, Jim Thorpe was probably the greatest running back of all time.
He was the greatest athlete of all time, in my opinion.
Exactly. God, I'm showing my age.
Yeah, I know you were alive when he ran in the Olympics, right?
No. I heard about it. You was there rooting him on.
No,
Yep.
no, that was before Jesse Owens. I only rooted on Jesse Owens. I made you laugh on that one too.
Oh, fuck. I am fucking exhausted.
I admit I'm old. I
Well,
got to
you
be
really
careful.
can't deny it.
I got to be careful when I fart. If I do it while on the air, there'll be a cloud of dust over the camera.
Yep. You know, fuck it. I'm just gonna make a joke anyway. It's crude. I don't care.
Jim Thorpe, 1910. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
We're making jokes about how old we feel. You
JB
go, but
is so old. Last time he paid a hooker for a BJ, the cop came up and knocked on the window. She picked her head up and he thought she was doing coke. It came out as powder.
oh, good lord,
That's what was stuck in my head. I had to say it. I couldn't not say it. You know what I mean?
that didn't even work. I don't even. That doesn't make sense to me.
Do I? I'm not going to break that down on air to explain how that works.
Yeah, let's not.
But if you really want to know, hit me up in a messenger and I'll tell you later. You know what?
Hmm. I know my dad was alive for the last Lions World Championship. You typing away again over there, Von Doom?
Yes.
I thought so.
I'm not going to say it on there, so I had to type it out right now while it was in my head.
Oh no! See, now that don't work. Now, if you just said it had been there so long it mutated from tadpoles to frogs, that would make more sense.
Nah, it dried up.
Dusty balls is what he's saying. Joke had potential, but you got to set up the delivery better.
Yeah, I know, man. I freaking dropped the ball on it.
Joseph Austin, I'm typing this slow because I know Von Doom doesn't read fast. Fuck the Giants. That was funny.
It's okay, motherfucker.
Everybody forgets that Trevor Lawrence has a wrist injury. He required surgery, and he's going to be out for the year. Remember when that came out, Von Doom?
Yep. Well, actually, I read today that he was back at practice.
Hmm.
If you check Pro Football News, they had something on there about it, or Pro Football
I'll
Talk.
just I'll just go look at the NFL roundup from today because that'll tell us everything.
Typing is slow. Fuck you, Joseph.
That's the one I just read up.
I know you just read that up. I just said, fuck you to him.
He goes, that was good. At least Lad McConkey's active tonight. He's returning to limited practice and is not active yet.
Huh. Same
That's what it
thing.
says.
Back at
Not really.
practice. Sure it is. Michael Porter Jr. got his 3. That's good.
The 5-minute delayed reaction. Classic.
Oh, I'm checking
Well,
my.
there is a delay between what we say live and what you guys hear on YouTube. There's about a minute to a minute and a half delay. But anyways, it is that time where we got to talk about my sponsor, which is Brandon Service, located at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road here in Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. Used tires starting at $45 and up. New tires, call to get your quote, 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself. Mention this ad and you will get a discount on your service. Sell us some tires. Pistons won. Bandung.
Yeah, the Hornets ended up shitting the bed though.
Yeah, that's okay. You said you picked the Pistons on the money line. That means you win, right?
Oh, there was like a 12-game parlay.
Ah,
I needed the Hornets to cover. Well, I took the Hornets +5, and they lost by like 8. The Magic came back hard in the third quarter.
that's what she said.
But that damn freaking Franz Wagner prick could have hit another 3. I don't know what the hell it is, man. I keep missing by fucking 1 every time. Like,
Isn't
not
it?
even like
It
drastically missing.
it's beyond frustrating too, isn't it?
It is. It's like a month-long freaking thing here where it's
Oh,
just.
he goes. By the way, I wasn't lying when I said my idiot brother overpaid. Oh, I don't doubt it. I've heard. I had somebody drive from Canton, Michigan, to our store the other day to get a tire because we were $30 cheaper than the local place. It was cheaper for them to spend the money on gas to drive from Canton, Michigan to Flint to get a tire from us.
I don't understand how people get fucking cheap tires. I can't do it, bastards.
It's because you got 20-inch rims, dumbass.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Like the 35 75s are like $40 cheaper.
And it's a bigger tire. You're paying
Exactly, it makes no sense.
you're paying for the low profile tire because it has a stiffer sidewall to keep the sidewall from blowing out as fast.
Yeah, it's some horse shit.
Just goes to show you if you can fit an 18-inch rim, I'd do it. You'll drop your tire price in half.
Oh, I know.
You've been looking, ain't you?
Yep.
He said, "Oh, yep." Because if you get to an 18-inch, you could go to like a 245 65 18 or 250 55 60. You'll be fine.
Yep.
It'd be the same ride height, but you'd have this much space between the ground and your tire now.
It just pisses me off. You figure like less tire, you'd pay less. No.
Nope, the lower profile tires are considered performance tires. That's why.
Performance tires, horse shit.
It is. I, on the other hand, if you were able to get your car here, you get your tires a lot.
I got some work I got to get done on it first before I even think about a trip like that.
I know.
Like that goddamn fan assembly. Gotta
The
finish
fan
that.
assembly and the exhaust, especially.
Yep.
Because otherwise, you'll die before you get here from carbon monoxide poisoning.
At least I won't know.
You'll know. You'll know.
I'll just take a nap.
Unfortunately, everyone around you will know before you do. How's that?
Fuckable.
So let's see. So far this week, the winners, because I actually marked them on my blank pick'em sheet. It was Cleveland, Minnesota, Detroit, Miami, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Kansas, Tennessee, Denver, Green Bay, Seattle, and Philly so far.
The filthy Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, for a half, it looked like the Rams kept it competitive.
Yeah.
Do you disagree with that statement, Von Doom?
No.
As a matter of fact, in the first half, even though they were down in the score, Rams looked like the better team in the first half.
Yes, it did. But then, yeah, Philly became Philly again.
And Philly did Philly things, and Stafford started forcing the ball into double and triple coverage again.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Erie Canal still open, Leonard?
Beats the fuck out of me, man. That's in Erie.
Right.
I'm in the center of the state, mate.
Yeah, those 22-inch rims, the 285 45 22s, that's an expensive tire to replace.
Yes, it is.
Breaking news, Tucker made a field goal.
What the hell is Jokic doing? Is he even playing now?
I have no. But for Dan Leonard and myself, I want to say try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place, unless you're talking to a Cowboy fan.
I talk to Cowboys fans all the time. They're not terrible. They're much better now.
Have they gotten humble?
Yeah, it was like the Lions took away the Cowboys' freaking stuff, and now the Cowboys are like the Lions used to be.
Tail tucked between their legs and running for the hills?
Well, yeah, exactly like you guys used to be. You guys became the Cowboys of the North. They became the Lions of the South.
I know how we used to be. I just think it's amazing that we've had that many games where we haven't allowed a team to score in the second.
It's pretty good. But you know what? Here, something more impressive than all of that. Jameis Winston has now become a national treasure. I love that guy.
Because of beating the Steelers?
No, his interviews, man. Like
I know his
the
interviews are
guy's
great.
got like the opposite CTE that freaking Antonio Brown has.
Well, after I get off of here, I gotta go write my review of this game. It's gonna be pretty good. I decided to wait a day before I got too homerish with it.
Good.
But it'll still be homerish because I'm a Lions fan.
You better put in there how Jared Goff sucked and did nothing to help the team win.
Yeah, neither am I. I almost want us to lose one more game before the playoffs.
I don't care if you win or lose anymore. I just want Goff to throw interceptions and not help the team win, and the team to win without him.
Jameis Winston is a fantasy football legend. All right. Have a great evening, everybody, and I'll see you at noon tomorrow where I'll go into more detail about